Hello, fellow classmates. My name is Kevin, and I wanted to tell you a little bit about my ethnographic interviews. So my family and I, we live in northern Iraq among the Kurdish people. We've been here for almost 10 years now, and we love the Kurds. We've learned the language and culture, and actually it would be really easy for me to do a whole ethnographic project on the Kurds themselves. But instead, I decided to choose one specific part or people of the Kurds called the Kakai Kurds. The Kakai Kurds are a minority tribe and a minority religion here in northern Iraq. There are not many of them, maybe somewhere between 50,000 and 100,000, but they're part of a larger group in Iran called the Yarsani or Ali Haq Kurds. Ali Haq means people of the truth. There's probably 2 to 3 million of them that live in Iran, but the ones who have migrated over to Iraq are called Kakai Kurds. So when you see Kakai Kurds, there's not a whole lot to distinguish them from other Kurds, except that the men usually keep very nice, big, bushy mustaches. The mustache is kind of a religious sign, a part of the religious rites, that they're not allowed to shave their mustache. So a lot of them have very large mustaches. Other than that, though, you really can't tell a Kakai Kurd from a Muslim Kurd. But their religion is really interesting and really fascinating to me, and so I wanted to tell you a little bit more about that. It can best be described as a monotheistic syncretism. They do believe in one creator God, and they do believe that Jesus is God. And so that's great, but however, when you dig a little deeper, you find that they believe that the Spirit of God lived in the body of Jesus, allowing Jesus to do the miracles that he did. And they also believe that that same Spirit of God lived in other individuals throughout time and helped them to also do great miracles or teach people about God. Another one of those would be Imam Ali, who was the cousin of Muhammad, and who the Shia Muslims venerate. And then also beyond that, in the 16th century, was their great leader, the Kakai's leader named Sultan Sahak. They believe that Sultan Sahak not just founded the religion, but that he rediscovered the ancient truths. And so many of them will tell you that Kakai came before Islam, before Christianity, before Judaism. But that these are ancient truths that this one man discovered or rediscovered. Because he also had the Spirit of God in him. I'll never forget the first time we went to a Kakai house here in northern Iraq, and we saw on the wall a picture of Jesus right next to a picture of Imam Ali. And we thought, what kind of strange religion is this? They also believe in the transmigration of the soul, or reincarnation. They believe that if you're good and you do good things, then the next body you get will be a better one. Or if you're bad and you do bad things, then the next body will be worse, maybe an animal or an insect or something like that. They believe that there are 1,001 transmigrations of the soul until you're finally finished with the body and you go on to be with God. They do believe in heaven. They don't really believe in hell or talk about hell. They don't talk about Satan. But the truth is that many of them are just really confused about it. It's esoteric in nature, the secret. They do have a holy book. It's called the Saranjam, but they just don't read it, or many of them have access to it even. And so because of that, they're just really confused about their own religion. One woman who I interviewed, she told me that she believed that Satan is God and God is Satan. I don't know where she got that. That's not in their religious books anywhere, as far as I can tell. But people are almost just left to believe what they want to believe. And many of them, because they are a minority people living among Muslims, they will just call themselves Muslim, just so that they're not persecuted. One man even told me that he thought that Kakai was kind of a way of Islam, like a different sect of Islam, and that they were no different from Muslims, even though, as you've heard, lots of their beliefs and things are different from Islam. So the Kakai Kurds are a really fascinating people in northern Iraq. There's not many of them, and they are probably their religion is slowly dying out. They have different kind of social classes within the religion. The top people are called the Sayyids, and the Sayyids really kind of control the religion, and they each have followers. And so even within those Sayyids, even within those spiritual houses underneath the Sayyids called Khandans, there are some differences in rules and things like that. But they really don't pass it down very well to the common people. And so a lot of them are just left spiritually wondering and wandering as well. So that's a little bit about the Kakai Kurds of northern Iraq. Come visit one day and we'll show you more.